This is going to cause you a heartburn, and I apologize, but it says here that it talks about closing schools, and it says the Board of Commissioners investigating all potential avenues and uses for closed schools, and I still say that I don't believe that that's accurate unless we first put a building into the multiple list system, CoStar, and see what's out there. It might be we put it into CoStar and we get no interest, and then we have to do our best to make lemonade out of lemons, but I don't see how we can say that we've done everything we can when we refuse to put buildings into the multiple list system.
But you're locking us into one focus here.
One focus?
Why can't we make that a part of it if we
Well,
so choose without saying, because, you want to continue, you want to add more to that?
Well, no, I just think we should say that in the future, we should explore third-party opportunities for either lease or sale, understanding, as I say here, that we will reserve the rights to continue the usage rights for certain aspects of the property, such as use of the playing fields and/or gymnasiums.
I think it says it perfectly when it says investigate all potential avenues and uses for the closed schools. It says everything right there.
Okay, but it says we are investigating all potential avenues, yet we have not put any of these buildings into the multiple list. I just don't think that that's
Well, I think
accurate.
this is going to be case by case. I don't see you're locking us into specifics on this one, whereas
I'm
we are
willing to
exploring.
concede on a case-by-case basis. We will put them into multiple lists as we deem appropriate. I'm willing to concede that. That would make, I understand there's certain political considerations that have to be considered.
Could we say something like the Board of Commissioners is willing to consider all potential avenues and uses for the closed schools? I mean, I think your
That's fine.
point is that we're not pursuing all of them, but I mean,
I just thought it was too strong a
will
statement,
consider.
Doug.
No, we are-
I understand this board, I disagree with you on North Carroll, but I know the board had a lot of complex and competing concerns you were trying to balance, and I respect why you did what you did, even though I disagree with it. I respect it.
But
And
that's what your statement in here is actually inaccurate itself, because you brought this up when we were talking about the schools. You said to put it in the listing and so forth. We discussed it and decided not to do it. So we did look into that. What you're saying here is that was actually never looked in. We did. We talked about it. We didn't agree with you, but we did talk about it. So all your little stuff in red there is actually inaccurate.
But I think it was dismissed because I think there was an assumption that if we put
That's
it
your
in
opinion of
multiple
why it
lists-
was dismissed.
I think
The fact
assumption
is,
was-
we talked about
I think
it.
the assumption was if we put it in multiple lists, that would not be a successful endeavor, and I don't know that that was a correct assumption.
well, I mean, I think
Regardless.
if we put it, if we were to put it in CoStar, would you put it in CoStar with its existing zoning?
Yeah, I would.
So what could someone put there?
School, college expansion, private training academy.
Well, I'm not against looking at that. I'm not even sure the town would be
I
against
mean, I
looking
found
at
out recently that one of the private schools in Owings Mills is spending $16 million to rebuild, to expand their operations.
Well, I did see, is it the Rosewood? Is that what the mental?
something like that.
It's like,
Stevenson, that's it, Stevenson,
yeah, and it's like, boy, I'll tell you what, when you're looking at Warfield still sitting there, it's like, it would have been really nice if,
Well, and that was the point for them getting Rosewood, because it's connected to their current facility.
no, I know.
So, while I get what you're saying, that's a bad example, because I can assure you that Stevenson wasn't going to come to Hampstead and get something that size that would they be able to utilize down there. Their whole purpose was, they've been working on that for years, ever since I was still working down there. They were trying to get that because it would connect their whole campus there.
Yeah.
So, a little bit different situation.
Well,
I mean, you might be right. There might be some
Well,
private.
look, why don't we, how about a
Yes.
compromise? How about if we say, look, whatever happened, suppose we say that in the future, we will investigate all potential avenues. Is that
Well,
okay?
Yeah.
That's what it says.
And we may decide to do it or not do it, but I'd at least like to know that it's on the table for a serious discussion next time around.
Well, it is, the way it
It says
says.
it, yeah, exactly. It says it right there.
Says that it would-
All potential avenues.
But I think
I've made my
to
point.
Commissioner Rothschild's
I'm
point,
okay.
he's saying this makes it more sound like we're looking at everything, and in fact, we've taken a few things potentially off the table. I think your point is, we'd be willing to look at anything.
Well, I would appreciate it if we look at anything, and not just assume we're not going to be successful. But look, I'm not trying to undo any decisions. I just, if we change the word "is" to "will," I'm happy. Because that says, going forward, we'll consider everything as an option. Doesn't mean we have to do everything, but we will investigate everything. We didn't really investigate listing it. It was really a summary dismissal of it as an option, is what it really was.
I'm good with we'll investigate all.
All right.